Anyone in here on LinkedIn yet? So not as many. I think of Facebook as you on the weekend, and LinkedIn is you Monday through Friday. So you want it to be, if your Facebook is legit, you want your LinkedIn to be like you in a suit. So very professional. It's very like I'm schmoozing at a cocktail party. I'm meeting these people, and the groups are more professional. They're actual like career-driven groups. And they have a lot of discussion back and forth. And so people are looking, when you Google, this will pop up, your LinkedIn account. And you can upload your resume, things like that. Oh, and the recommendations is an important thing. You want to ask people to recommend you on LinkedIn. So people see that before they even see your resume. YouTube. People probably aren't going to be visiting YouTube as much to find like why they want to hire you, but they'll have a lot of reasons why they don't want to hire you. So search yourself on YouTube and make sure Friday night didn't end up on YouTube. Or, what stays in Vegas, whatever, Vegas stays on YouTube or whatever. Just make sure that or if you do have like a quirky fun video, that it's still appropriate. You're not saying take everything down, but think about the job you want and then think about, does the job fit the brand that I've created? And you can give your future employer a taste of your personality. So, you can put pictures up of your dog, but make sure they're appropriate. Foursquare, this is like, companies, basically I'm mostly worried about people, there's different badges you can get, and so we were looking at the badge list, and there's like party all night badges, and some inappropriate ones I don't even really want to list. So, if you're checking in these places and you get these badges and they search you on the Google, and then they see you have the like crazy messed up all the time badge, really irresponsible, I hate my job badge, you're checking in at like downtown in the 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you're supposed to be at work, things like that. Just make sure you're constantly thinking about your online brand and how you want to be represented. And if that's how you want to be represented, that's cool, go with it, but just know that that's what they're going to see. And if you have a business that you're trying to work with that has a Foursquare, think of checking into their space. Again, illegal activities, trash talk, poor grammar, and negativity. So not just trash talk like I mentioned earlier about the coworkers and things like that, but just general negativity. If you see someone who every day is like, oh my gosh, I'm at work again, blows, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're not going to be like, super, let's hire that person. I would love to have them talk about how much my company blows. So in general, like, unless you want your brand to be negative or unenthused. If that's your brand, run with it. But if you want to be like super team player, positive attitude, just make sure that fits with what you're putting on the internet. Oh, and then inconsistency, I added to talk about, like if you look at my pages, on one it says I'm an advisor, and on one it says a coordinator. And one I have the Susie Day, and one I have Susie Day. Just make sure they're consistent because they may question your, if you're lying, if your titles are different, or you have different stories on different sites. So Sarah found this really cool website called SocioClean, and basically it scans your social network and it gives you a grade for it. So we're gonna,
pull mine up?
Yeah, or do you want me to scan, or are you gonna pull yours up?
I can pull mine up.
Okay, so we're gonna scan mine live, but we're just gonna pull hers up instead. You get one free one. So Sarah scanned hers earlier, and we're gonna look at her grade. Thought about a lot of this when I was graduating because I had a lot of political stuff on my social networking sites. I had a lot of socializing on my social networking sites, and so I thought to myself, do I want to take my political activism off my Facebook? And then I decided, no, I don't. If the person who's hiring me does not appreciate my social activism, then I don't want to work there. But that was a choice I made. I didn't like completely not think of it and then not get hired, and then was upset that I wasn't hired for things on my Facebook. So I scanned through and I said, all these things feel true to me, they feel true to my brand, to Susie Day, some of the photos I took down. So.
So does this program look for like certain keywords within like your Facebook to see?
Yeah, it said something like hundreds of thousands of words are in there.
And then it gives you a grade and flags. Like you'll see, I get an A, but some of the things that flag, it was actually kind of funny because like one is a picture of my husband playing soccer, and someone commented on it like, "Oh, Jack's getting his butt kicked," and it flagged that because of butt. It goes through pictures, status updates, notes, links.
You got four little bars on it. And I mean, as with anything, if you are interested in joining these sites and you haven't yet, basically just Google. I didn't put the links in there, but like LinkedIn is like LinkedIn.com, and just like Facebook.com and Twitter.com. We're going to talk about a few new social networking sites that I hadn't heard of here in a second, and show you how to set up personalized URLs. Can we come back to it? Sure. Okay. All right. So if you Google yourself and nothing pops up, that's, well, maybe not almost as bad as having terrible stuff come up, but someone saying that, you know, you have no presence is sometimes as bad as having a poor presence, maybe. Because they want, especially depending on the field you're going into. So if you look at Visual CV, basically it's an online resume. And so you can cut and paste your resume into the Visual CV column. You can add photos, you can add a headline. I created mine. I thought I was all logged in. So my brand is thesuzyday.com, or the Suzy Day. I use it on everything. So there's me. I only set it up the other day, so like I haven't had a chance to like really update it. But it has all your stuff, and then what employers can do is they can download the PDF, and it's almost like printing your resume without even getting it from you. So if they're like searching for people and they're searching keywords like activist, attractive, Suzy Days, then they can come here and they'll see this, and this is open to everybody, so you want to definitely be the person you want them to see. And then they can download this PDF and put it in their Headhunter file before they even talk to you. So obviously, like this is not my entire, I did it yesterday, I need to go back in it, but there's ways that you can enhance it. There's like you can add your interests and your certifications, you know, your objective. If I had a portfolio, like if I had, you know, different flyers I created, things like that, you can totally spruce it up. But that I just wanted to kind of show you the basic. What?
It's done.
It's done? Oh, sweet. Yeah. That looks like an angry egg. Your account is clean as a whistle. That's fabulous. 11.11% racial and 44.4% sexual.
Maybe that was butt. So now I can go to wall posts and see like the date, the time.
It technically is sexual, yes.
Like, and see, that's a comment one of my stupid friends made on some picture, and I would have never ever thought about, oh my god, someone might find that offensive. I didn't even write it.
So deleting and like making sure that people who have access to your stuff, you know, delete stuff that you think is offensive.
And then you can click view, and it will take you right to.
Let's see. You could delete that one?
Yeah. So I could delete it right
So
here.
if you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't have shitheads on my Facebook.
Yeah, thank you, Dusty Harris.
Oh, grab a beer. Yeah. And so you may say, okay, I don't mind if my future employer, I work for a brewery.